Hey guys, it's him, it's the Carnivore, back with another one, and today we're gonna go over some of the most insane base locations on the center. I got a couple comments last time about, oh, you could get someone globally banned, blah blah blah. We all know the risks associated with rat holes, guys, so today I thought I'd go the extra mile and get into some of the craziest, riskiest spots that you can possibly get in on the center, along with some safe ones, so don't worry. There's some on here that are going to be perfectly fine no matter what. Stay tuned for number 3, and then there's another base spot at I think the 12-minute mark. That one is absolutely insane, not going to get banned at that one. But without further ado, let's go ahead, let's start jumping into some of these locations. I hope y'all enjoy. As always, like and subscribe. Alright guys, let's go ahead, hop into the first one. 69.6, 24.6. This one's gonna be a great solo, maybe duo spot. Pretty hidden, nice and out of the way. Not so risky as some of the other ones we're gonna have on this list. You'd probably be alright building in here. Don't think this is gonna count as mesh on official servers. It is a nice little rat hole though that nobody's really gonna be looking for. Really out of the way, really close to a cave entrance as well, so it's great. There's a bunch of metal spawns nearby, hanging off the edge of the map. It's going to be a really hard one to find unless you're looking really hard. Center's a huge map, guys, so there's places like this all over the map. You know, a lot of ones are known, a lot of ones aren't known, but let's go ahead. I'm going to show you how the bed spawn works in here, as it does on a lot of the spots on this list. But again, great spot for a solo or duo, and I'll just let y'all see the cords and everything here in a second. Go ahead, spawn in on this bed. It works, as you can see. Again, nice little spot for a solo or duo, and I'm pretty sure that this one's going to be safe on official servers. Shouldn't have to worry about banning or anything like that. On to the next. Here we go at location number 2, 69.1, 24.9. Again, guys, this is a spot that I wasn't even gonna put on here. It's not even close to bannable. It's definitely not in the mesh. Easy spot to get to, right next to the last one we just put on this list. But I thought it was great, had a lot of space, and it's kind of hidden away in this little corner over here. This is definitely gonna be great for a solo, duo, trio, whatever. Like I said, tons of space to build up or down. Really safe spot, not gonna get banned. Bed spawns work. There's the cords. Not gonna say a whole lot more about this spot, but right next to the other one, and overall, you know, hidden enough that it's easily missable. So show you this bed spawn works real quick, and then we'll get into the next location. And there it is, guys. Show you these cords one last time before we move on. Again, not a super hidden spot, not a super like meshy spot, not super insane, but overall pretty decent location, close to the last one. So let's get into the next one. Here we are at location number 3, guys. 77.3, 22.9. This is one of those ones I wanted y'all to hang around for. This one's great, insane. It was above the other two that we just looked at, and honestly, I didn't even know these types of spots existed on this map. There's another one just like it at the 12-minute mark in this video, and it's a lot bigger than this spot. But again, great spot. As you can see, right at the edge of the waterfall. You can walk all around here. There's like a little line that you can't see because I just turned off my fog clouds and all that junk, so you can't really see the line, but there's a divider line. You can walk straight into the water, so you can keep your water tames right next to your base. This is not mesh, guys. This is just right at the edge where the waterfall stops because it's rolling over the top. The bed spawns work. They work great. We're going to show you here in a second, but you can fit like a 6-man tribe, probably more down here. And what's even better is when you're flying over top, you're not going to be able to see the structures under the water, so nobody's really going to find this unless they see this video, because as far as I can see, the other videos I've checked out from other content creators don't have this base spot in them. Great spot. There's the cords. If I was a solo or duo, this is exactly the type of spot I would be looking for, so I'm so glad I could find it for you guys. Here's where it is, where you can go into the water straight in off your base, and this is for like the stretch of the waterfall, guys, so don't even worry about, you know, oh, where does the water line start, where does it end? It's about 3 foundations in, and that'll be all the way down that little platform you see. On to the next location. All right, guys, next spot, 53.1, 6.2, and this is where we start getting into dangerous territory, okay? This one, pretty questionable to me. This might be in the gray area as far as, you know, rat holes and mesh goes. I don't think this is mesh myself. I looked around on the inside. There's no entrance to the actual mesh, just really, really tight quarters when you get in here. And then it opens up to a nice little spot where you can actually, you know, build a base, put down the stuff you need. Super easy to defend just because this little choke right here. But yeah, this is it, guys, on the inside. Like I said, tight quarters, and it's going to be really, really easy to defend. Pretty questionable to me as far as, you know, is it bannable, is it not? But the bed spawns do work, and I'm going to show you that here in a second. You know, again, great spot. Gonna be for like a solo, maybe a duo. A duo might be pushing it because it is pretty tight in there, but a solo could live here all day, probably never get found. As you guys saw at the beginning, I had a little bit of trouble finding it myself so I could get back in there. But there it is again. There's the cords, there's the bed spawn. On to the next location. Here we are at the next location, guys. 51.1, 5.8. And again, this is another one of those super questionable spots. Yes, you can get in here. No, there's not an actual mesh entrance on the inside. But when we get in here, you're going to see what I'm talking about. It is absolutely massive. You could fit a 6-man tribe in here easy and still have plenty of space for raising or whatever it is you need to do. But again, super, super questionable. But again, this is one of those spots where even though it is so questionable, most likely nobody's ever gonna find you in here. This is one of those ones when I get outside, you saw that I had all those little foundations placed along the wall when I was out there, and that's because I could not find this junk again for like 30 minutes when I came back outside. So I had to put those there. That way I could friggin' find my way back. But as you guys can see, absolutely massive when we go down, and it's just as big when we go back up. I had a little bit of trouble, honestly, finding my way back out so we could test these freaking bed spawns, man, but we ended up doing it, ended up being able to get out. But again, you can see how big this is, man. There's no actual mesh entrance in here, but I know some of y'all are gonna be in the comments and be like, oh, that's mesh, bro, that's mesh. Well, easy solution. Don't come in here if you're worried about it. But if you just really don't care and you're sick of getting griefed and you're just over getting offline every time you get off, this spot is almost guaranteed to never be found. And see, that's what I'm talking about right there. I passed the entrance almost, but the entrance is right there, hidden behind this little nook. But I'm gonna show you how these bed spawns work, and then we're gonna get into this next location after I show you the cords one last time. And there it is. You saw it here first. The bed spawns work, so you don't got to worry about that. If you die, you can still defend this junk. But without further ado, here's the cords one last time, and let's head into the next location. Here we are at the next location, 17.8, 19.9. This is one of those ones where I am pretty freaking sure that this is not going to be an acceptable spot. Well, let me rephrase. The left side, there are two spots right here, right next to each other. And I'm going to show both of them to you. You just saw me punch at them. There's one on our left, one on our right. So the thing is, the one on our left, as you guys are going to see, the bed spawn does not work. And it's actually a lot more chaotic than this spot we just went into. This one, the bed spawn does work. This one is great. Plenty of space, no mesh entrance, just a nice fat rat hole. We can easily fit 6 dudes in here, friggin' 3 dudes, whatever you want, anything. You can be a solo in here for all I care. But this is gonna be a great spot, easy to defend with this choke point. Nothing's fitting through there except for like PT, Pelagornis. But this side is a lot different, guys. This side, the bed spawns don't work. There's still no actual mesh entrance, but just having those bed spawns not work is kind of enough to make it hard to defend, I guess. But I guess not really, because it's really small entrance, and the odds of you dying in here while you're trying to defend are probably pretty slim, unless somebody is in fact, you know, in the mesh poking their head through the wall with a stego and some C4 or some rockets or some whatever it may be. But I would just advise, you know, if you're gonna live in this spot, maybe live on the opposite side where the bed spawn works. You're gonna see here in a second, we're gonna spawn on these beds. There's the first bed. That one works great, and that is in the right side, guys. That small dark entrance. We're gonna head back out and we're gonna check this other bed spawn, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. It doesn't work. I'll leave that to you to decide whether that's a problem for you or whether it's not a problem for you. But I just myself, if it was me, I would be living in that side that we just spawned in because of the bed spawn working. Plus the space is a lot more open, a lot more to work with, so to speak, in there. So after we try this, you see it doesn't work, go ahead, get up here one last time, show you guys around, and then we're gonna head into the next location. But again, this is a great spot. Really like that side. Not such a big fan of that side. Hey guys, this is my next favorite base spot, 18.2, 30.0. This is that waterfall spot. I was telling you guys about it earlier when we covered location number 3. This one is just like that one, only I'll tell you, this one's a lot bigger, and you're gonna be able to raise like crazy down here. Nobody's gonna see your structures because it's under the water. You can fly over top of this stuff. You're not really gonna see what's going on down there. You won't notice it. If you're really looking hard and you're really close to the water, you can kind of see some of the foundations down under there, and you'll probably see that here in a minute as we get closer. But when you're way up there, you're just gonna fly over this like nobody's business. And again, I made sure that we were gonna be able to see the line where the water starts. As you can see, we looked back, it was huge. There's that line I was talking about. That is kind of where, you know, the swimming portion initiates when you're running into it. I placed foundations kind of along it, that way you could see where it kind of starts and ends, you know. But when I turn around again, you'll see as far out as those foundations go, you probably got a good 10-15 foundations from cliff's edge to where the water actually starts and you start swimming. But again, you can see I'm running all along here. This is all perfect for raising. You could have an absolutely massive base down here. It's gonna be great for a 6-man plus. Like if you're on official, you could fit a crap ton of members down here. Again, like maybe not the best for, you know, defending base, but a lot of space down there. Go ahead and show you guys these bed spawns work real quick. It's an amazing spot. I was so glad when I found this for you guys. One of my favorite spots that is on this list. Probably not like consider a mesh spot or anything, because again, this is where the water just kind of flows over the edge of the cliff, so it's probably meant to be like this. If anything else, I wouldn't worry too much about, you know, getting banned or anything like that. Great spot, tons of space, gonna be able to fit everything you need down here. Here's the cords one last time. Let's get into the next location. Here we are at the next location, guys. 17.8, 17.9. This is probably among one of the safest spots that I have on this list. Right there with those waterfall spots. This is definitely nowhere near mesh. It's just a great spot, out of the way, not easy to spot if you're just walking under it, flying under it. Easy to hide. You got a lot of space up here for probably a trio, maybe even a 4-man. You can even raise in here if you want to. Plenty of space, guys. And again, this is one of those spots where you don't really got to worry about getting banned or anything like that. Not in the mesh. You see it, just a rat hole in the ceiling. Super simple, nothing crazy, but I wanted to include a couple spots on here that were not questionable at all for you guys. I'll show you these bed spawns real quick, and then we're gonna go ahead and head into the next location, the last location, and I hope you guys are enjoying so far. Alright guys, here we are finally at the last location, 88.0, 18.8. This base spot, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's definitely not mesh or anything. It's a great rat hole, tons of space, probably fit a 6-man down here. but I did not find a bed spawn down here that would work, and that's my only criticism of this spot. It's actually pretty friggin' big in here, and it opens up in the back a little bit more too, and you'll see that as I fly around in here. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys too that the bed spawns don't work in the locations that I place the beds. But as you can see right here, what I was talking about opening up in the back loops all the way around. I think there's like 3 layers of tunnels that go through back here. No actual mesh entrance back through here either. So I'm pretty sure this is all relatively safe for y'all to build in and do whatever you do in here. But you know, you could raise gigas in here, friggin' car chars, anything, quetzals. It's all gonna work, it's all gonna fit. The only thing that I would say, like I said already, is these bed spawns don't work. So other than that, great location, nice and hidden. There is one last thing, guys. There's one last thing, just came to mind. Defending this spot if it were to be found. I'm sure you already saw the entrances are pretty big, so that could be a problem, especially with these bed spawns not working. As you can see right now, with those huge entrances, you know, defending this plus having the bed spawns not work could turn into a really big problem really fast. But again, I wanted to put it on here just because of the space and because of all the potential it has. If you can find a spot in here where the bed spawns work, you might be able to, because as you can see, I only tried 2 different spots in here. It's pretty glitchy in this game. So again, you might be able to find some spots. I just couldn't. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. Hope you had a great day. And until next time, it's been the Carnivore. It's been fun. And I'll see you guys next time.